up next. New developments in the case of a state college man freed after 4 decades in prison, but taken back into federal custody.
Plus controversy over anti-ICE posters showing up on Penn State's campus.
Yeah, I think the first thing I thought of was disbelief.
And Valentine's Day is breaking the hearts of bank accounts, but local businesses are thriving. The Center County Report starts now. Good afternoon. I'm Olivia Swigart.
And I'm Christian Audia. Thanks for joining us for the Center County Report. Our top story, a state college man exonerated after spending more than 40 years in prison is now one step closer to going home. For him and his family, it's been a long legal journey. For Subu Vedam, freedom has come in stages. After more than 4 decades behind bars for a murder he did not commit, a judge overturned his conviction last fall and prosecutors dropped the case.
Just the fact that the exoneration went through was such a huge feeling of relief.
His niece Maya and other relatives were thrilled, but just as he was about to walk free, federal immigration agents took him into custody in October, reviving a 37-year-old deportation order tied to a long-settled drug charge. Now, that order has been vacated. The Board of Immigration Appeals has ruled that Vedam's case is a, quote, exceptional situation, restoring his permanent residency and reopening proceedings.
This was really emotional because this is the first time where we've had any kind of certain timeline that something is going to change, that we have a chance to be together again. So it's really emotional.
Vedam came to the United States from India as a baby and raised in State College, where his father taught at Penn State. His supporters say even in prison, he remained a source of strength for others.
There was a lot of joy for a lot of the inmates along with Subu, because hope for one means hope for all.
But for Maya, the story has always felt deeply personal.
Growing up, we had this awful story that really colored how we felt about State College. You know, I grew up going there every summer to be with my grandparents, but there was always this mixed emotion because it was the same community that had let him go the first time.
The 64-year-old Vedam remains at the Mashonaland Valley Processing Center, but his legal team plans to seek his release on bond as his immigration case moves forward. Vedam's case is now being transferred to another immigration judge for review.
Still on the topic of immigration battles, anti-ICE posters in State College and on Penn State's main campus have sparked controversy. Bronwyn Leiber has that story.
Penn State says it's investigating claims that this anti-ICE poster depicting an ICE agent with a noose around his neck has been spotted on campus. We asked the university about it. A statement to the Center County Report said, quote, "The university is aware of images of the dead ICE agents can't kill poster circulating online. University police and public safety have investigated this matter. At this time, no physical copy of that poster has been located on campus." But the university says these posters have been seen on campus and have since been taken down. College Republicans President Tristan Kilgore says one of their members saw the more controversial poster in downtown State College.
Yeah, I think the first thing I thought of was disbelief.
Kilgore says they discovered the poster on another Penn State student's social media account, then reposted it, condemning it. The post now has nearly 700,000 views on X alone.
But I think there's a very strong argument that this did cross the line, that it moved beyond just protected political speech.
The Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression, a nonprofit aimed at protecting freedom of speech on college campuses, disagrees and says Penn State should not be investigating these posters.
Especially in a case like this, which involves political speech, that is going to raise serious First Amendment concerns. Even if no discipline ultimately happens.
Penn State College Democrats President Madeline Shannonfelt says her organization isn't behind the posters.
I think killing somebody should never be the first answer to anything.
Shannonfelt says the picture of the poster was shared online by a member of her organization, but that person has since been removed from the group. She thinks the College of Republicans unfairly accused her organization as a whole.
Our org wasn't respected, our safety wasn't respected.
Despite the controversy, Fire believes political speeches lie at the core of the First Amendment.
It's really important in a democratic society to be able to criticize or, on the flip side, to express support of the government.
In University Park, I'm Bronwyn Leiber for the Center County Report.
Anti-ICE protests continue, including in Pennsylvania. Dozens of protesters held a noisy late-night protest this week in Pittsburgh outside a hotel where they believed immigration agents were staying.
Tens of thousands of Pennsylvanians have dropped their health care insurance coverage after they were stunned to see prices doubled. Reporter Julia Henry is live in our studio with more. Julia?
Thanks, Christian. The state-based healthcare insurance marketplace is called Pennie. Many who use it are small business owners, farmers, and part-time employees not covered by their employers. Now, they find themselves frustrated and at a crossroads after their rates skyrocketed. For almost 500,000 people across the state, Pennie is their health insurance provider. But Pennsylvania's official health insurance marketplace says it just lost 85,000 customers after open enrollment ended. The reason? Big price hikes.
This level of cost increase is unprecedented, and we had never seen a doubling of costs for consumers heading into a new year of coverage.
Expired tax credits meant thousands of people can't afford to continue their coverage. And Pennie Executive Director Devin Trolley says the story isn't over.
People are continuing to drop coverage.
The hardest hit population is older and rural Pennsylvanians, along with the hospitals that serve them. Penn State Professor of Health Policy and Administration Dennis Scanlon says the credits were never meant to be permanent.
You have more uninsured, then you've got more people in a community who still will need health care, who are going to providers, but they won't have insurance to pay for it.
Federal tax subsidies passed in 2021 were not renewed by Congress, a key factor in the 43-day government shutdown. Pennsylvania U.S. Congressman Glenn Thompson's press secretary provided a statement on the tax credits. It says, quote, "Unfortunately, Washington's Democrats created these temporary subsidies, set the expiration date, and have caused this hardship. Like other states, Pennsylvania could step in and help with the premiums." 85,000 dropped Pennie coverage by February 1st, with another 12,000 enrollees dropping by the 10th. 33% of customers switched to the bronze tier plan, which brings lower monthly premiums, but a higher out-of-pocket cost when medical care is needed.
Those high deductibles and higher cost when they have to go to the doctor are a deterrent to getting preventive care.
The net effect will continue to be felt as people with tax credits get 3 months to catch up on payments if they miss one before coverage drops. Around April, the data will paint a full picture on how many Pennsylvanians dropped health insurance or were dropped by their provider. I'm Julia Henry. Back to you.
Thanks, Julia. The state has classified a dam in Cameron County as a high hazard, saying if it would fail, downstream towns in 8 counties may be at risk. The George Stephenson Dam is in Grove Township. The state has released an emergency action plan and says people can get more information, including inundation maps, at their county's emergency management agencies. The counties included are Cameron, Clinton, Elk, Center, Lycoming, Union, Snyder, and Northumberland.
State College Borough Council has appointed a new member to fill the 7th seat on the board after Josh Portney stepped down in January. Susan Venagoni is one of 6 residents who applied for the vacancy, and she says her top priorities include affordable housing, closing funding gaps, and improving pedestrian and bicycle safety. This year's Pennsylvania governor's race is set. The 2 major party candidates were finalized at a recent meeting in Harrisburg. State Republicans endorsed Stacey Garrity, the state's current treasurer, and Democratic Governor Josh Shapiro is running for re-election. The candidates will be formally chosen in the May 19th primary.
If you're eating at a Penn State dining hall, you might notice the food trays are gone. West Dining Halls became the last place on University Park campus to remove the trays. Campus Dining says the change will help its sustainability efforts, and removing trays reduces food waste and saves water for dishwashing. Someone vandalized the West Halls Residents Association's whiteboard in protest of the removal, but the WHRA says it's working with University Dining to help with the transition.
As all changes do, it will take time to adjust, and this will be for the best, and we will learn as time goes on how to appropriately deal with it.
The tray removal at dining halls has been going on for years, dating back to at least 2019.
We have some breaking news right now on that Subu Vedam story. We've just learned that a judge will decide on Tuesday whether he should be released from federal custody on bond. That's just coming into our newsroom right now.
And still to come on the Center County Report, the latest on Penn State hockey star Gavin McKenna and his legal issues. Plus, is a new winter storm on its way? We'll check the forecast. Also coming up, from roses to reservations, Downtown State College gets ready for Valentine's Day. But are you ready to pay more? It's Valentine's Day tomorrow, which means lovers are scrambling to find last-minute flowers and restaurants are preparing for the dinner rush. But this year, partners are having to spend more on many items. Reporter Andy Lee is live downtown. Andy, what's going on with these prices?
A lot of factors, Olivia. From tariffs to inflation, Valentine's Day is going to cost more this year depending on what you're buying. Finance Buzz says that on average, a dozen long stem roses will cost more than $93. That is up 3% from last year, and chocolates are almost up 12%. Despite these costs, businesses here say they're busier than ever as couples get ready to celebrate the holiday. From flowers and dinner reservations to date night movies, Valentine's Day is giving Center County businesses a boost. At Avant Garden, red and pink bouquets fill the shop as the staff prepares for one of their busiest weeks of the year. Down the street at the Nittany Quill, shelves are stocked with custom Valentine's notes as shoppers search for the perfect finishing touch to their gifts. Restaurants like Federal Tap House are also ready for a full house.
Yeah, we got a few hundred people already, so on Friday and Saturday, so we're expecting like a good crowd.
With beef prices up 16% over last year according to federal data, a steak dinner will be more at many places, but Klickner says they're trying to keep it affordable.
Yeah, definitely. We're not trying to like raise our prices or anything, you know, like a lot of the things like crab soup, usually I charge 10, we're just charging 8 because it is a pricier item. Same thing with the filet mignon. Most places you go, they're $50, $60. We're $38 right here.
Retailers are also taking advantage of the loving spirit.
We love Valentine's Day. It's just an opportunity for shoppers to come in. We have a lot of, I feel like, gifts that are perfect for Valentine's Day.
Holidays like this don't just boost sales, they also give local businesses a chance to bring the community together.
We really lean into Galentine's Day. So last Saturday we had a Galentine's Day event. So we had other businesses pop in. So we had a florist, we had coffee, and we had permanent jewelry.
And for couples looking for a classic date night, the State College Theater is expecting a big day at the box office.
Yeah, so last year was our biggest Valentine's Day yet. We actually had a completely sold out capacity screening of When Harry Met Sally. So preparing for that this year.
So, how much does Valentine's Day cost? Well, of course it all depends. According to the National Retail Federation, the average couple spends about $200 on dinner, gifts, and other items. I'm Andy Lee, now to Filippo with the weather.
Thanks, Andy. And Valentine's Day is this weekend. It's also President's Day on Monday. That means it's a big weekend to get outside, and Mother Nature's taking the hint. Some temperature moderation is on the way for this weekend. Right now, the Penn State Arboretum still have that snow cover from almost 3 weeks ago on the ground there. Currently 25 degrees here in State College, but feeling like 15 with a westerly wind at 9 miles per hour. Taking a look at temperatures across the central portion of the Commonwealth in the mid to upper 20s, even 30 in Harrisburg. Right at the freezing mark in Philadelphia, and just breaking out of the teens there, 21 degrees in Bradford. Our radar and satellite picture is showing not much in terms of any precipitation. Some snow showers this morning in State College starting to wane, and we're not going to be seeing any sort of precipitation today, but a few more chances for some snow showers throughout this weekend. We're tracking this system here in the Four Corners region of the desert Southwest, and that's going to be sliding across the southern United States throughout the next couple of days and could impact your commute Sunday night into Monday morning by the time we get here in Pennsylvania. So let's time this all out. Some quick snow showers overnight tonight after midnight could bring in some flakes, but in terms of accumulation, we're not going to be seeing much. Clouds hang tough across the Commonwealth on Saturday and into Sunday. We're going to start out as rain across southern Pennsylvania, but could see some snowflakes across eastern Pennsylvania. And this is the system that we're going to be monitoring. The best chance for an accumulating snowfall and a plowable snowfall will be south and east of I-81, but there are some models that are showing some flakes here in State College. Our model averages have around a half an inch to an inch of snow here in State College. And that's because the model comparison showing some big discrepancies. Here in red is the American model and blue is the European model, and the placement of this low pressure system and how it tracks is going to greatly impact what your forecast is for this weekend, Sunday night into Monday.
Now, in terms of our drought monitor, we need the rain or the snow. Many areas of southeast Pennsylvania under a D1 or D2 drought. So we'll be seeing that in terms of our snow melt as well as any precipitation that we receive. And that snow melt will be accelerated next week. Our 6 to 10 day temperature outlook well above average. So for today, we're expecting a high of 30 degrees, partly sunny skies, a northwesterly wind at 5 to 10 miles an hour, gusting up to 15. And for tonight, we'll drop back down into the 20s, 21 degrees, a few flakes, again, no accumulation there, light winds out of the west. And for tomorrow, we rise into the 40s for your Valentine's Day, mostly cloudy skies, a northwesterly wind at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And 40s are the name of the game in this 7-day forecast. We do have to watch for some snow showers Sunday night into Monday morning. It's that wet, heavy snow, so not expecting any accumulation on the roads here, but up close to 50 by the time we get to the middle of next week.
Wow. Filippo, you know, the weather these past couple days were pretty nice, but it's been getting colder and it's been fluctuating a lot. So what do you advise people to do with this really fluctuating temperature?
Yeah, just stay weather aware. Your weather app is a good place to check your temperature that's currently ongoing across the Commonwealth. It's easier to shed a layer than to put on a layer that you don't have. So just stay weather aware throughout this weekend.
Well, thank you so much, Filippo. And now over to Ashley Mascara with sports.
Thanks, Olivia. Coming up in sports, number 1, Penn State Wrestling welcomes number 2, Ohio State for a match that could be the best of the season. Plus, Penn State hockey is back on the ice, and so is star player Gavin McKenna. We have the latest on his status and legal issues. I'm Ashley Mascara with sports. Penn State hockey comes off a bye week to face number 2 ranked Michigan this weekend in a huge top 10 matchup in Ann Arbor. The big question has been this: would Nittany Lions star and top NHL prospect Gavin McKenna play as he faces criminal charges? The Center County Report spotted McKenna this week as he returned to practice. He's accused of breaking someone's jaw after an altercation in State College. Felony charges were dropped, and he now faces misdemeanor assault charges. Coach Guy Gadowski says McKenna will play.
Gavin will continue to participate in all athletically related activities. But regarding that, it's also, I hope you understand, it's an ongoing legal thing, so inappropriate for me to comment further on that.
McKenna's preliminary hearing is set for March 11th. Penn State baseball kicks off the new season tonight with a game against Air Force in Arizona. The team is set to play 3 games in the MLB Network Desert Invitational this weekend. The Nittany Lions play their first home game in 2 weeks on March 3rd against St. John's. And the Penn State softball team is back in action this afternoon against Incarnate Word in Texas. The Nittany Lions began their season in Florida last weekend. They went 4-1, including their 4th ever 4-0 start in team history before losing to Auburn. To wrestling now, top-ranked Penn State welcomes number 2 Ohio State to the BJC tonight for what could be the duel of the year. Both teams enter the match undefeated. The Nittany Lions are riding an 84-match win streak. The Buckeyes haven't beaten Penn State in 11 years, but this may be their best shot. Tonight's winner will be in the driver's seat for the conference title. On the basketball court, the Lady Lions take on Northwestern this Sunday for their annual Pink Zone game. It'll mark 20 years of Pink Zone, the nonprofit that supports breast cancer research. They've raised more than $3 million through ticket and t-shirt sales, along with direct donations. And as the Winter Olympics roll on, 5 Penn Staters at the games are making an impact. In women's hockey, Tessa Janicki became the first Nittany Lion to play for Team USA, and she had 3 assists as they won all 4 group stage games. Jessica Adolfsson scored her first Olympic goal for Sweden as she and Nicole Hall led them to an unbeaten group stage. Matilde Fantine is the leading scorer for Italy with 3 goals. They'll take on USA for a spot in the semifinals. And Dan Barefoot is competing today in the skeleton event. So guys, Penn State Men's hockey has a huge matchup against Michigan this weekend. What are we looking forward to in that game?
I'm just looking to a really big matchup between the two. It's a heated rivalry as long as time, and I'm really rooting for Penn State to hopefully pull it out in Ann Arbor.
Yeah, for sure. I completely agree. And thank you, Ashley. Coming up next, a new fried chicken restaurant owned by a celebrity athlete opens in our area, but it's a part of a growing trend. We'll explain.
A new restaurant just opened in downtown State College, and it's part of a trend in the area. People are noticing a particular kind of restaurant keeps popping up. Reporter AJ Nemitz takes a look.
Chicken. It's everywhere. Walk through the heart of State College and it's impossible to ignore the growing number of fried chicken spots competing for consumers' attention and their appetites.
It has still been pretty busy, and we like to keep our food hot, so it's been a challenge to, keep up with the big pace.
Fast casual fried chicken restaurants are popping up in college towns across the country, and Penn State is no exception. Within just a few blocks of downtown State College, there's more than a dozen fried chicken places, all delivering to the same student-driven crowd.
It's quick, easy, it's pretty healthy, I think. Or at least for when I first came here, I thought it was like frozen food. The chicken, it starts off raw here, so like we cook it from scratch in the back, and I think it's pretty healthy and it's pretty good too.
Fried chicken in particular has become very popular. The latest addition, Big Chicken on College Avenue, founded by basketball star Shaquille O'Neal.
I think this is not a secret that Shaq is a part owner of this organization, and that brings a lot of people in. But once they try our food, our special BC sauce is to die for.
With hundreds of thousands of people making their way downtown throughout the year, fast casual chains see areas like State College as a lucrative market. In State College, I'm AJ Nemitz for the Center County Report.
Olivia, all this talk about fried chicken is making me really hungry. I think I know what I'm having for dinner later.
Well, I think I know what I'm getting you for Valentine's Day. Well, that's all we have for today's newscast, and we hope you'll join us next Friday for our next local news update.
But you can follow us anytime for breaking news on our Center County Report X, and you can see our stories on our Facebook page, Instagram, YouTube, and our website. Have an amazing weekend.